Do you want to know what the best set of BMX cranks are on the market? Today, I'm going to do an explain and review on the Profile Elite 3-piece cranks. So, I know a lot of you guys have heard of these. A lot of people have them. We just got in some Elite cranks in chrome, but they're also available in black. I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about these cranks, from the sizes, how they're made, just all the specs, what you should get. This video is going to primarily be focused on the 20-inch BMX to the 29-inch BMX bikes, using from mid-bottom bracket, American bottom brackets, and outboard Euro bottom brackets. And yeah, I'll just help you out so you guys kind of know. I already got a text message from somebody. Let me turn this thing off so we don't have anybody calling us or interrupting us. So yeah, it comes in a really nice box. If you've gotten Profile stuff before, they always come with really nice packaging. All the hubs come in a box similar to this. I should have brought a crank box, but I just don't have one in arm's reach, so I can't grab it right now. But yeah, they all come in pretty nice boxes. They have a lot of their info on the side. So these ones are 175. These are the BMX style. They're in the chrome finish. They have a silver spider and a silver outboard bottom bracket with the 6.2 tie spindle. Alright, so open these up. They come with stickers and stuff like that. I just didn't put them in here because they're gonna fall out and stuff, but they usually come with a bunch of stickers like so. Pretty cool stickers. That might be a little bit more because we've got a bunch of orders, but they come in this nice tin. This tin's pretty dope. It has a limited edition artwork on here. It's got Jim on the front welding up a bunch of cranks, and has some pretty fine artwork. So I'm gonna open these up. Try to bear with me. So they come with some nice little foam. Yeah, see here. There's some more. So they come like this, packaged. So they have some more stickers in here. I'm gonna pull these out. They got a warranty card. Make sure you fill this out, so if you have any problems like that, you can get them warranted or anything. They have a lifetime warranty. Actually, these are, well, they have against defects. Well, you read the card. I'm pretty sure they're lifetime guarantee. If you are the original purchaser, if you sell them to somebody else, that person doesn't have a warranty. So it comes with the cranks, comes with the spider. So we'll get down to the spider in a little bit. Actually, maybe yeah, we're gonna hold off on the spider so you kind of know a little bit more info and stuff like that. So pulling off the first crank arm, look at these things look fantastic. These are chrome. Super hard to get chrome right now, so if you want a set of cranks in chrome, especially the elite ones, definitely pick these up from stackbmx.com. You can find them right there. These things have a 22 millimeter spline drive spindle. So this thing's 22 millimeters, got 48 splines. It's got a recessed bolt. These things are all crafted in the USA. Most of these, I'm pretty sure all of them are welded by Jim, the owner of Profile Racing. Don't hold me to that, but I've seen him weld a bunch of these up, so I'm pretty sure he does them all. But look at these craftsmanship. Super smooth on the edges. After they weld them up, they grind them down. Even on the pedal boss, it wraps around, looks super smooth. It's also got some laser etching right here around the pedal boss. Up here on the arm right here also has Elite. On the back it has the size that is stamped and what side it is. So it's a 175 left side crank arm. On the back's pretty cool here because they bent it here and welded it here to create like almost like an I-beam effect to prevent it from bending. So whether it's bending this way or bending up and down, it actually increases strength. These things are all hollow, so these things are super light. They're supposed to be one of the lightest cranks on the market. The welds look fantastic. A lot of dimes on there. They just look super, super clean. But these things are made out of 4130 chromoly. They do have slight arch. Check that out. They do have a slight arch on there, which is pretty cool. So these would be set up, I mean, it says the left side, so these things would be like this. On the left side, notice how these things are set up for right foot forward. So maybe Jim's right foot forward. I know, let's ask Matt if you could comment on that. Let us know if Jim's right foot forward and that's why he did it. Or maybe that's just the way to do it since the sprocket's on the right. Usually take a picture of the bicycle from the right side, so you always want the right crank arm forward. So maybe that's why they did it. Maybe there's no reason. If you look on, oh, I apologize. These are 4340 chromoly. It's stamped right here on the side. It has Elite with the P wing on there. It's this is, looks like it's machined down. It doesn't look stamped, but it might be stamped because they chromed it, so it takes away a lot of the actual details of everything. So let me see what I go through. So that's the left crank arm, the right crank arm, the same thing. I'm not gonna pull it out just because I don't want to look like I fondled it too much when I sell it to somebody. Going to the crank spindle. This spindle is a 22 millimeter spindle. It does have a very large bearing spacer. This goes in between the bearings in your bottom bracket. This one's a 68 millimeter bottom bracket, 22 millimeter axle. We have that because we have an outbore bottom bracket that comes with this. But if you wanted a different bottom bracket, these things are available in obviously the Euro 68 millimeter outbore Euro bottom bracket, as well as a 73. Those are recommended for most of the old school bikes or any of the BMX bikes with the Euro bottom bracket. If you have, they also come in American bottom bracket with the 22 millimeter spindle. So if you're running an old school bike, beach cruiser like a Schwinn or something like that, make it a clunker, anything with the American bottom bracket, they do sell a 22 millimeter bottom bracket for that. If you have a BMX bike like a 20-inch freestyle bike and you want to put these cranks on there, then you'll just use your standard mid bottom bracket with the 22 millimeter spindle. That is also available with these cranks. If you purchase these from Stack BMX Shop, all you got to do is order them up. Doesn't matter what the bottom bracket is. Put your order number in the subject line. Email us. Let us know what bottom bracket you want and also what spider. So yeah, if you need to know about that, just order it up. Give us a call, or actually email us. Tell us to give you a call, or email so we could talk to you and try to figure out what you need exactly if you don't know what you need. So we could help you out with that. I know it gets really difficult with all the specs, but we've been doing this for over, let me see, I got almost 25 years into this, so I can definitely help you out. I definitely bought a lot of their cranks back in the day. So yeah, these things come with the aluminum bolt, laser etched on the side. It's got a little cone washer. I'll show you this on the arm. These things are pretty cool because they recess like so, right in there. I know it's gonna look a little weird because I'm trying to hold it from the back, but you can see how it recesses in there. It looks pretty clean. It's super, super hollow. So I think that's pretty sweet. Going down to the spindle, these things are titanium. The different size spindles are available in 6.2, 6.4, and 6.8. The 6.2 spindle is recommended for bottom brackets that are 68 millimeters to 73. The 6.4 bottom brackets are designed for, I think, 83 millimeter bottom brackets, and then the other ones are for the larger ones. Don't mind that because we only sell the ones for the BMX. If you do need that and you do know what you need, just contact us and we can sell you a different spindle, send you the cranks with the proper spindle on those ones. But like I said, we're predominantly talking about the BMX stuff, trying to help you guys out. We will have more videos in the future about all the other stuff as stuff starts coming in more often. But these things are completely milled out. Look at this spindle, super hollow. I mean, try to let you check it out right there. Yeah, super hollow, super lightweight. I mean, 2 bolts on it. Let me kind of go into here. So there's these little washers. I'll get to these things in a little bit so you guys kind of know about those. It also comes with a tool. I'm just going to open this up to show you how to use this tool. So most of the time when you put the crank arms on, the biggest problem that people have is that the cranks do not go on there very well. You can line it up. It's not fun hitting these things with a hammer, you know, especially if you just paid a lot of money for these things. This spindle tool actually helps you with that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put this here. You're gonna put this spacer here. You're gonna put the spindle in there. Line it up where you can. You're gonna insert this. You're gonna tighten this down, and it's gonna pull that spindle into the crank arm. And then once you've done that, you're gonna have to back it completely out. You're gonna add more spacers. You're gonna do that and keep doing that till you pull it all the way through in. Once you get it all the way in, then you can use the actual crank bolts and suck up the rest of the spindle in there. It does also come with an Allen wrench, an extra long one, so that you can have a lot of torque on it. This thing fits perfectly in there. So that's cool that they gave you an extra long one. It's always hard finding a super long Allen wrench, so that's supplied. Now, if you put it on and you do the spacing wrong and you don't want to beat on your cranks, all you got to do is insert the tool again here. It'll go all the way through the crank arm, thread it in, and you want to thread this all the way in. Once you thread it all the way in, you can take a hammer or a rubber mallet, plastic mallet, hit it, and it'll push the spindle out for you. So that'll help you take it off and put them on. So let's go to the washers and stuff like that. All of them are pretty similar. So this one comes with a left side bottom bracket spacer and a right side bearing set. I'm sorry, I forgot what I was saying. But it only comes with one side. The reason why they do that is because most cassette hubs nowadays are way far towards the bottom bracket. I know a lot of people want that dust seal, but we don't really use that dust seal behind the sprocket anymore because that sprocket has to go so far over to align with the rear cassette. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really do anything. You can't really see it, and the actual sealed bearing right here is actually what seals it up. Back in the day, that was just kind of for looks, but who's sitting there looking behind your sprocket, looking behind your bottom bracket to see if you have a little wafer washer? That's usually what you're going to put on here if you do need to space it. So don't fret about that. Don't be a hard head. You really don't need that, and it actually makes your chain alignment a lot smoother and straighter. The other left side, it's pretty much just a little cone washer right here. It sits in pretty nice on the bottom bracket. If you're wondering which side goes on what, I'm gonna see if they have any indentations over here. So if you look at it, the easiest way is to see if the threads are smaller on the right side and continue to get bigger. That means that this is going to be the right side, and you're going to thread it right in. And let me see if this one is actually this is actually the left side, and this side is the right side. The other thing that you can notice on these cranks, they have a little line right here. The little line is going to indicate that is the right side. Let's go down, just get to the sprocket. The sprocket is a little bit hard for some people to understand. Mind you, with these cranks, they come with this 104 4-bolt spider. They call it a spider. This thing will fit 104 4-bolt chain rings, so you can bolt up chain rings to here. If you don't like this and you want the traditional solid sprocket, you can just set this aside, sell it to somebody else, and you can buy almost any sprocket that Profile sells that comes in spline drive, and all you got to do is buy the proper spline drive spacer. When you do that, what's going to happen is that that spacer, you're just going to push in there, and you could slide whatever sprocket you want onto these set of cranks. Please keep in mind these are left and right hand compatible, mainly because it's spline drive. You can put it on any spindle or anything like that. If you need to put these spiders on or anything like that, with you could use a tool as well. These little spacers here, there's a little wafer washer here where you can use that to space it, but the other one, I would recommend putting it right here over between the spider and the arm, mainly because the arm is going to sit right here and it tends to sit a little bit offset. But if you put the little bit larger washer right there, what it's going to do is it's going to make your crank arm sit nice and flat. It's not going to tear up the aluminum, stuff like that, make it sit a little wonky. So yeah, definitely use that. That's pretty much it for the Profile Elite cranks. I hope I answered a lot of the questions that you guys were looking for. I hope you guys are interested in these cranks. If you guys are interested in these, pick them up from Stack BMX Shop right there. If you have any other questions, hit me up in the comments below. I'll try to answer all your questions and let me steer you guys the right way. But thanks for supporting Stack BMX Shop. I hope you guys tune into our channel, subscribe to this thing, like this video, share it with some other people that enjoy these type of videos that would love our channel. But thank you very much for watching. Peace out. We'll see you next time.